guys, welcome back to my channel LovedHappy. Today I'm gonna give you guys my best tips about decluttering and simplifying your wardrobe. I used to have so many clothes, you guys. I loved to thrift and I would hang on to so many clothes and have such a hard time letting go of them. But starting a couple years ago when the whole minimalist trend started gaining traction, I really hopped on board and saw the value in simplifying and decluttering my life. So I have been doing that for a year or two now, and honestly the benefits are so amazing, but it definitely was a struggle for me in regards to letting go of that attachment to different items, whether it was clothing or something else, and being able to actually be willing to donate different things. I have been simplifying my wardrobe even more with the change of seasons coming, and I'm pregnant as well, so I feel like those two things combined and I'm like, okay, I can get rid of some stuff right now. So that's what I've been doing. So today I'm going to give you some super helpful and motivating tips about decluttering. I really think and hope that these tips will kind of help you get unstuck if you feel a little bit stuck in the decluttering process. But without further ado, let's get into the tips. So first off, I want to say that most of these tips are mental tips because it truly is such a mental thing, letting go of your stuff. So a lot of these are going to be little mindset shifts that I really think will help you guys out. But the first one that I want you to try is to imagine your closet or your dresser, your drawers, your wardrobe being totally clean, simple, not cluttered at all. There's not a bunch of clothes stuffed in your closet or in your drawers coming out, and there's not a bunch of stuff in there that you don't really like or kind of makes you feel guilty. All of those things are gone, and you just see your favorite items of clothing that you love to wear and that you wear often. It's simple, it's easy, and it's fun to get dressed in the morning. Having that clear vision and getting excited about that is really important, I find, and motivating myself to actually want to start the process of decluttering my stuff. So make sure that you guys do that. My second tip is just to recognize how often you go out and you bring stuff into your home, whether it's an online purchase or you picked a few things up at the store, at the mall. Consider how much you're bringing into your home and how much you're letting go of, because chances are most homes in America, we're bringing in a lot more stuff than we're getting rid of. And if you're even older than me, you've had even more time in your life to consume things. And if you have more children than me as well, you've had more time to bring things in. And it's so important to make sure we're going through our stuff and letting go of stuff as well. So I just want you to be aware of that as well. It makes sense to be getting rid of stuff, especially as we're bringing stuff into our house. My next tip is just to be real with yourself and recognize that if decluttering your wardrobe is something that you want to do but you've been slacking on it or you've been holding off, you are actually the one that's missing out. And I feel like that might sound like a silly thing to say, but I feel like with so many goals that we have, even with eating healthy, it's easy to not recognize or realize it's actually cheating ourselves if we don't go on to tackle these things that we really want to do and that we know will improve our lives. So even though I'm over here motivating you to do this, I'm not the one missing out if your wardrobe is a mess. If we lived with a cluttered wardrobe, we're the ones who are getting stressed and overwhelmed, and we're actually robbing ourselves of that peace of mind. Another tip that helps me is when I'm going through items in my closet is to ask myself, if I were to wear this today or tomorrow, what would I wear this with, or what would I match this with? And if I don't have an answer to that, or if that item is kind of missing what it needs to be worn, and especially if you haven't worn it in a while, maybe you can find a match for it for an outfit as you're going through your clothes. But if you can't even find one thing to match with it, chances are you're not going to wear it, and it's taking up more space than the value that it's providing to you. So get rid of those loner pieces that you don't know how to style. My next tip is to ask yourself, how does it make you feel when you wear it? I have this big sweater from H&M that I love. It's chunky and black and white. It has fringe on the bottom and kind of this Aztec print. And I just love how it looks, but I honestly hate how it looks on me. It's so bulky, it feels kind of long on me. It makes me feel 3 times the size I am. But honestly, guys, it's still in my closet because I honestly just like the idea of it. And I think I just really wish that it fit me well and I liked how it looked on me, but I straight up don't, and I don't feel good when I wear it. I personally just feel really frumpy when I wear it. So in honor of this video, guys, I'm gonna get rid of that sweater today, and I want you guys to join me and get rid of those things that you're just holding on to but that don't actually make you feel good when you put it on for whatever reason. Maybe it doesn't feel like it suits you or your personality, maybe you feel like it doesn't flatter your shape, maybe you feel like it's too outdated. Let's just let go of those things and get rid of those things together. As you go through your clothes, there's gonna be those pieces that just feel sticky, like you just get stuck on, and your mind kind of wavers back and forth on them. Chances are with all those pieces, you should just get rid of them, because if that's what your mind is doing every time you're thumbing through your wardrobe in the morning trying to find something to wear, that's just gonna be causing you unwanted stress and anxiety as you're looking through your clothes. So just get rid of those pieces that you feel sticky on, and sometimes what helps with those is realizing why you feel stuck on them and to let go of that sort of thing that's holding you back, because a lot of times we'll feel some sense of obligation to keep keep an item, whether it's because the money we spent on it, because it was a gift, because you had a certain vision for it when you bought it, but that vision wasn't fulfilled, and you just so desperately want to see that vision fulfilled of you wearing that, but it's just not happening. And once you recognize that, just realize, regardless of the reason you bought it or the reason it got in your closet, not only is it not serving you at this moment by being a useful member of your closet and your wardrobe, it's actually taking away a much more peaceful way of experiencing your closet and picking out an outfit in the morning. Another thing that helps me is remembering that someone else could enjoy stuff in my closet a lot more than I could. They could physically fit them better, they could fit their season of life better, and whether I resell it or donate it to a thrift store, someone could find the item on the rack and just have so much joy and bringing that home with them. And that makes me really happy and makes me feel like what I'm getting rid of is not going to waste, and it's gonna go on to live a better life than it's currently living in my closet getting neglected. Something else that I just want to bring up is just the whole idea of letting go. Letting go is such a healthy thing, and I feel like we actually prevent ourselves from being happy and living the lives we want because we're holding on to different things in life that are not serving us anymore. That could be mindsets, that could be relationships, that could be physical stuff, that could be hurt from the past. But far beyond just clothes, the process of letting go of things, especially in our soul, is such a healthy process. And I find that focusing on something like your wardrobe or any other physical, tangible part in your life can really be a super healthy catalyst to help us let go of other things in our life that are weighing us down. It's very similar to when you're feeling stressed and your house is a mess, and then you go on to actually clean it and you feel so much better and have so much more peace of mind. I find it's very similar in terms of decluttering space and the mental benefits that we receive from that as well. My next tip is to actually have a plan to sell the clothes that you're getting rid of. I find that if I'm holding on to something, whether it was the money that I spent or maybe it was a design or something that I got at a thrift store for a great price, but actually didn't work for me and it just sat in my closet, it's so much easier for me to get rid of it if I'm gonna sell it because I know that I'm gonna get some value back for it. I'm actually pretty familiar with eBay. I used to kind of have a side hustle where I would buy clothes from the thrift store and sell them on eBay, and I actually made thousands of dollars that way. That was a couple years ago. But that was something that I had so much fun doing because I was literally shopping and researching items and relisting them. But anyways, I personally will use ThredUp. There's also Poshmark. There are Facebook groups for pretty much every city where you can post your stuff and sell it on there. So what I will do is items that I know are worth my time posting on eBay, I will do that. For the rest of them that I just don't have the energy in listing and I know probably aren't worth the effort, I will just get a bag from ThredUp and dump all the clothes in there and mail that off because it's totally free to do that through ThredUp. This is not sponsored or anything, but ThredUp gives you a really small percentage of what they're actually gonna sell them for. And I've actually done this a bunch of times and I haven't got a lot of money, but I get enough money to get a thing or two if I want or just cash out at the end. But since it takes absolutely no effort, I like that option for the stuff that's still in good condition, but I just don't feel like listing on eBay. So all that being said, if you have stuff that is sellable, go ahead and sell it and you can use that money for whatever you want, or you can go ahead and fill in whatever gaps you have in your wardrobe of items that you want or that you need. All right, guys, I really hope that these tips were helpful for you. I'd love to know which one kind of stood out to you the most or you found to be the most inspiring or motivating. And if you have any others that you want to share with myself and the other people down below, I would love to hear them and I'm sure other people would as well. If you enjoyed this and found it encouraging, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day because you're absolutely worth it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!